it's Jenny and Nancy and Shy.
Hello.
We're all here messing around with our 4D gel, so we thought that that's what we would do for you guys today. This is what it looks like. This is the orange color that I'm going to be using, and then I'm going to show you guys how to do Crystal Pixie on top of that. So we'll have like a quick, fun little demonstration. We just wanted to do something. Since we're already here messing with it, we thought, why not? Hope you guys are doing great today. Hope you had a busy Friday. So what I'm doing here, guys, and I'll mention all the products that I'm using as I use them, is I've done our eye hold matte no wipe top coat, and I've just top coated both of my display nails so that my product will stick to the surface of it without it kind of like gumming up. My recommendation is that if you are going to do this, you at least do a base coat, but you want to do a full cure. You don't want to do like a tacky cure, because otherwise it's going to melt with the product and it's going to kind of be a little more moldy than you want it to be. So you just be careful with that, okay? Because your base coat has a residue to it, and when that mixes with the actual like product, it just is really melty and it's kind of hard to control what you're doing. So that's why I'm using a matte, and I just flicked this on myself. There we go. Thanks, Nancy. It's a little easier to use like a harder surface than just like the silicone end on our 4D brush. So this is the picker end. This is our wax picker with the daughter end, and that's what I'm using to get this out of.
Oh, we have the sterling tool, but I took it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Nancy,
you won't need anyone?
It's okay. No, it's fine. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to make a cute little leaf on here, and then I'm going to use our neon crystals, and I'll put a little crystal on the top of it. Sorry.
Sorry, Jenny.
Okay. Come on, stay. There we go. And then I'm going to kind of just mold this into the shape a little bit before I start pressing it, and then you can do whatever kind of like little shape you want. I'm just going to kind of make some leaves going up the nail. I'm doing my bigger one first, I'm going to do some smaller ones like right on top of that. And I'm just going to go down the length of the nail.
Hi, Brad. He's watching.
Actually, I'm getting kind of inspired here. I think what I want to do is we'll make like this little ginkgo leaf shape, and then we can like even separate it. I don't know if you guys have ever seen what a ginkgo leaf looks like. I actually have one tattooed. And that's a really fun like fall kind of idea.
Oh, that looks cool.
It's pretty, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys can do whatever you want to. I just got a little bit inspired here since we're already...
What's she talking about?
Yeah.
If you need to alcohol, wipe it off.
Thank you, Nancy.
Brad, say hey, Jenny.
Hey, Brad. How's it going, sweetheart? Haven't had a chance to snap you back today.
You were so good with Snapchat.
Yeah, that's how Brad and I keep in touch. We talk all the time. This looks really freaking cool.
See, we can go in that side and then see it's good. Looks
then
good.
we can add more of these on there, or we can just
Unless I couldn't get out, I'm just being slow.
I'm gonna put some more crystals going down. I actually really like the way that this looks a lot. I don't know if you guys can tell.
Pretty.
It's a little easier to see. Sometimes the matte top coat and the shiny makes it look a little harder to see.
Oh, it looks like your tattoo.
Yeah. So she's
I was
talking about my
just to
tattoo.
say, yeah.
It kind of matches that a little bit.
You're such an artist.
Thanks. When I saw that, I was like, ooh, it kind of looks like this thing
All right, good
on my
ladies.
arm.
I'll see you in the morning.
Goodbye, love. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use some contrasting colors, but first I'm going to cure this. I'm going to cure it just really quickly. It'll immediately kind of harden, so you don't have to do it for a very long time. Just like 10 seconds is fine. And it'll automatically kind of like harden up. We just want to do that so that when we put the glue gel and we put the crystals on there, that nothing melts or moves. Hey, Miss KK, thank you for coming and supporting us. So here's our Glitz glue gel in the condensed form. This is our 15G pot. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this around the nail that Nancy's throwing around. Nancy's throwing it at me. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just going to put my glue gel all around the nail because I am going to put Crystal Pixie on there. And then I'm going to top coat, but I'm not going to go over the top of my actual molded image. I'm going to just kind of go around that. So like I said, I'm going to use my twin tip brush. I'm going to get my glue gel and I'm going to pull that out of there like so. You don't really need a whole lot because I'm going to do Crystal Pixie. You don't want it to sink down too much, but you do just want to make sure that you're getting all around the area. There we go. And then I'm just going to go here. You can see how I've got a little bit of excess on there. I can just smooth that into where I want. And I'm just trying to be careful here not to go too high up onto my 3D, 4D rather, but also leave enough in the center so that I can put some like bigger crystals kind of like around. Just to give it like a little more of like a fall-y feel. There we go. Okay, any excess, like I said, wipe right into the pot. Then you do want to make sure that you're wiping off any residue that you have on here. If you don't want to clean completely, then it's okay. Because I typically don't really have a lot of time for that when I'm doing live video. But you don't want it to be gunked up and you don't want it to touch the sides. So be careful when you're doing all of that, but you do want to recap your brush. So the orange leaf is actually our 4D gel here, and it looks just like this is a sweet orange color. And if you're just joining us or you're missing anything, you can always go back and rewatch everything. We do post this on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over, where's my no wipe? Here we go. I'm going to go over with my no wipe gel top coat. And then I'm going to just put that directly over the top of my Glitz glue gel condensed. Thanks, Nancy.
You're welcome.
I think the pedestal I'm holding kind of threw me off a little bit.
Oh, you need it?
No.
Oh.
Oh. There we go. And we're doing this so that when we put our crystals and everything else on top, we don't really have to worry about going back in and re-top coating, and there's no like sticky residue in between our Crystal Pixie, right? You can see I'm just kind of lightly going over this edge here without really like covering the top of my design, because I don't want to make my leaf look glossy. I want it to be kind of like matted looking. There we go. Perfect. So now that I've got that, be careful of your drips, guys. I almost lost that little drip. And then I'm going to place some neon crystals. Where'd they go?
Yeah, right here. Sorry.
Nancy's got them. She's stealing all my stuff, guys. And I'm just going to put some like just random shapes and colors here. These are all really awesome like neon colors. They're going to look great with this bright orange. So it doesn't really matter if I'm doing like pink or yellow.
Do what, Jenny?
We'll do pink in the center. We'll do a yellow up here. We'll do an orange over here.
I have orange already.
We can do some green. We'll move that around a little bit. We'll do another little yellow here. And let's do another orange down at the bottom. There we go. Okay,
Looks
now I'm
good.
going to cover with Crystal Pixie, guys. The fun part about Crystal Pixie is it's going to be done in like a second. So my tip is to put the nail as close as you can when you're doing...
Which one you want? This one?
Yeah, let's do orange on the bottom and yellow on the top. We're going to ombre it. Why not? And then I'm just going to lightly tap so that some of my color will be up here, but not completely. And then the rest of that I'm going to fill in with the yellow. But this way we get full coverage without it spilling all over the place. I'm just going to lightly tap, and then all your sides need to be pressed in, and then you want to lightly tap the top of this just to make sure everything gets pushed down into the top coat and your glue gel condensed. Okay, guys? I'm going to put a little bit more on the side because I can. I just don't want it to feel too non-complete. But you also want to make sure that you can run your precision pen around along the edge. So be careful not to put too much. Okay, as long as it's sticking, you should be okay. And then you can just pour that right back into the bottle. It'll just go right back in there. And now I have my yellow. And I think these actually, do they come in a duo with each other, Nancy? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
These two colors come together as an ombre set, like she's saying. And they will glow under the black light. And then what I can do here is this will just naturally like fill in all these little spaces. With your client, what you can do is have them rock their hand a little bit. I'll often ask my client to turn her hand if I feel like I'm missing a little area. It's turned out really cool.
Oh, nice. Yeah, leave it here. They can show them.
Thank you. I can show them
That's
that.
Neon Collections. And let me show you something. So Neon Collections.
There we go. Oh, it's so cool. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to pop this in the lamp and cure it fully for 60 seconds. Then after that, what we're going to do is we're going to go around the edges with the precision pen. So that was really quick and easy. When we do full coverage Pixie, we charge $30 a nail. I would probably charge $30 for that nail, even with the crystals and the artwork, because in my opinion, it just all goes together. But I wouldn't charge any less than that in our salon. However, your salon may be a little bit different. Everywhere that we live, there's different cost of living, so things are typically going to be priced differently. But I would say just price it according to the time and money that you put into it, right? So like these products are not cheap, so don't cheap yourself out. Don't like try and give it to them as like a freebie. Maybe something like this could be a freebie like once a month. Maybe you do like a special or something like that. But if you're going to add any crystals to it, I mean, I would typically charge for that. I'm not going to do freebies all the time. If it's a new client and you're giving them like a new client discount or something, sometimes it's more of an incentive to get them to do something they haven't done before, which is really awesome. But definitely just keep things like that in mind. Woo, look how pretty. It's turned out really awesome. I actually like it a lot. I'm really impressed by how that turned out. I wasn't expecting to do a ginkgo leaf, but yeah, look at that.
So cool.
Super glowy. So you can see what that's going to look like if you go to any spooky parties. You're 13 from Iceland and you love doing nails, Hugga. That's really awesome. I actually go to Iceland at the end of next month. I love doing nails too. It was something I started doing when I was about 23 years old, so I haven't been doing it quite so long. But if you're 13 and you're just starting out and this is something you enjoy watching or doing, then more power to you. That's awesome. Brad says your nails look great, Nancy.
Hey, thank you, Brad.
She says thank you, Brad. Okay, so as you guys can see,
Thanks to you. Keep me
if there's
company.
anything loose, it's going to come loose as you're rubbing it. And then from then on, you're just going to fill in any extra spaces with your Glitz Precision Glue Gel Pen. So the beauty of this is that it does have that little needle, and you're going to be able to get in all those little nooks and crannies. Now make sure that you're not throwing your little red cap away, because if you do, it's going to spill out, go all over the inside of the cap, or all over your desk and your table, and then you'll be like, what the heck?
Brad, do you hear that? Talking about.
Did he leave it open?
No, me. Yesterday we did it, and then I said, Brad, I can hear Jenny right on my ears. He said to keep the red cap.
That's right. Don't you throw that thing away. You need it. It's your special little buddy. All right, so anywhere that I see a little bit of black, just because this is a darker background, it's easier for me to tell where all my little spaces are. That's not always going to be the case, but you just want to make sure that you're filling in those little edges, because that's room for one of these little babies to pop right off. So you don't want to cover it entirely. You kind of just want to go in only those little places that you know there's a possibility that it could come unhinged. So all around every little edge. And like I said, you barely have to squeeze this, especially this one is like brand new, so it's just essentially like coming out. So just be aware of what you're doing. I'm going to put a little bit right here in the top of this ginkgo leaf, because I'm not entirely sure that these are secured on there all the way. Yeah, it's way better. There's a little bit of like a transparency to them when they actually are sitting in the glue gel, as opposed to not. They'll be like a little bit less transparent. There we go. Okay, so now that I have this done, I'm just going to go ahead and pop this back into the lamp for 60 seconds, okay guys? And like I said, everything that we're using is a gel product, so it does need to be cured by the light. And then make sure that you're capping everything. Look, I got a runaway glitter here. Make sure you're capping everything though, because the sun light is UV light. It will cure all of this, okay?
What do you mean runaway glitter?
It was stuck to my finger and I don't know where it came from. It was running away from you.
I just want to be your best friend.
She said, what do you mean runaway glitter? In case you guys are curious, we are doing our giveaway. Ooh, excuse me yawning. I'm a little tired, but our giveaway is our 3K follower giveaway. We are doing some really awesome stuff with that. You can enter in Instagram and you can enter in Facebook, but you can only win from one of them. So you can enter in both, but you only win one. And then you do win a variety of our holo sheets and you win both of our top coats. So you'll get your matte non-wipe top coat, and you're going to get your glossy non-wipe top coat. So you're going to get both of these top coats, and then you're going to get 6 different styles or different colors that come with like 5 sheets each. 4 sheets each. Yeah, so we're doing 4 styles.
No, we
No,
do
4 different
16
colors?
different style and 16
Oh my gosh,
different
okay.
colors.
It's too many numbers for me.
And then is non-wipe top coat, eye holes, non-wipe top coat, and then
There we go. Look at that. So like Nancy said, there's going to be 4 sheets each. There's 4 different colors. They're all flames. And then you get your matte top and you get your no wipe top, right? So all of this stuff is in your giveaway. It's really freaking awesome. Like I said, you can enter this on Facebook or Instagram, either one, but you can only win one. So you can enter in both, but you can only win one. All right, so I think the nail is done now. Nancy just gave it to me, and this is what it looks like now. It's a finished product.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty awesome way to pair all of those things together, have some cute like fall design. And then like Nancy said, it is UV reactive, so it's going to light up when you do a little black light. It's pretty cool.
the worst thing about Iceland is nothing will ship you on Amazon.
Yeah. I've heard that the import is ridiculous. So I completely understand that. That's unfortunate. This is awesome. Okay, guys. I'm going to get started on the second nail here. And I think we'll do something similar. Maybe we can use the yellow. And we'll do like another little ginkgo leaf. We can do it a different style this time. Let's see where the edge of this is peeling up. There we go. And then like I said, when you're doing this, it's easier if you just use the daughter end of like your crystal picker, or you have like some kind of like metal cutting tool, whatever you use. And all I'm doing is I'm pushing it into a ball, and that's just so that it'll make it easier for me to start molding and doing stuff with. So I'm going to do, ginkgo leaves come in a bunch of different little varieties. That's one of the beauties about them, in my opinion. I really love them. I think they're a pretty neat plant. They're one of the oldest living plants in existence, which is really cool.
The 4D gel is so easy
to mold. Yeah.
So flexible.
And then I think what I'm going to do here is let's get a little bit more and kind of make a stem for this instead of having that. We're going to get a little bit more. I don't need a lot because I'm going to roll this into like a stem shape. Stick it on there. And then we'll use our 4D molding end, and we'll kind of make that stem. Oh, there we go. Come on, stay on there. I have a little paper towel here with some alcohol in it, so I'm just wiping that excess off.
You want more?
Nope. And then I'm just gonna kind of, I want this to be thin, but I want it to stay where I put it. So you don't really have to apply a lot of pressure. I'm kind of just swiping down the sides of it. Super cute. It really does look like a little ginkgo leaf. So cute.
Can you do more than one? Yeah?
Yeah, I can do another one. You want to give me
It's like it looks like it's not lonely.
No, give me an orange. Give me the orange.
Oh,
and I'll
yeah, I
do-
like that.
I'll mix it
That's
up.
a good idea,
We can do both.
Jenny.
You can do both colors. Oh, there's a little bit here. This is also called a Maidenhair Tree, and the reason for that being is that they typically during fall
Where do you see that?
They're all over the
You can
world.
get it every over places.
They're all over the world. They were really, really popular in the early 1900s when gardening
for?
became...
Can you eat it?
No, you cannot eat it, Nancy. It's not for eating. You're hilarious. Not for eating.
I thought you could eat it. I thought you could eat it. I thought you could make it like smoothie. Like, Are you sure? It look like it's some, the leaf. You can make a drink of.
The leaf you can make a drink out of.
I will need to show you. I'll do it right now. I'm so curious.
Nancy's like, I can't help myself. I have to look it up. It's really easy to mold this, guys, so if you mess up, you can always just go right back.
Okay, so the color is not the right one. I thought it was this one. It's not. This one you can make the ring, a drink of. Different,
Let's
right?
see.
It's all the same.
Oh,
right?
yeah, no, it's different. It's completely different.
Okay. Just curious.
No, the trees get gigantic, though, Nancy. I'm just kind of adding a little bit more depth to that. There we go. Yeah, Gingko. Yeah, my mom, the reason I have this ginkgo tattoo
show them
is
the
because of my
tattoo.
mom. Yeah.
If you have
So,
the tattoo, show that.
yeah, my mom and I used to go to the botanical gardens, and they're pretty much all over. It's called Shaw's Garden as well. But they're all over St. Louis. And when I was younger, we would visit my aunts or my uncles. We'd go to St. Louis and then visit. I really like gardening and all kinds of stuff that has to do with plants. My grandmother actually really got me into that. So they're kind of a big influence in my life, I would say, to like memories of my family. And I think they're also really interesting kind of like plants that have been around since like the dawn of time. Like I said, they call them the dinosaur tree because they've been around for literally ages. So like I said, guys, what I'm going to do here is cure this for like 10 seconds, and then we'll go ahead and we'll put more Crystal Pixie on the top of this. But I mean, even if I was just to do these two little leaves, I would charge typically $15 for this nail. That's all I was going to do. I'm going to add crystal on at least 20. So we can pop that in the lamp for me, Nancy, for like
So
10
cute.
seconds. You're just going to flash cure it. It doesn't need to be cured completely all the way because it's going to cure all the way once we put all of our crystals on there and we stick them underneath the light. And then I'm going to wipe off. So I have some alcohol here, like I said. I'm just going to wipe off my 3D brush because we are done with that. Now be careful when you're doing this. Don't pinch and pull too hard. What will happen is you'll unseat the silicone rubber from the ferrule of the brush, and when you do that, you're going to have to like pinch it and slide it back in, and it's not an easy task. I have done this before. That is why I say don't do it. Learn from my mistakes. Okay, so now this is completely hard. You can see she just stuck it in there for like 30 seconds. And then what I'm going to do after I cap my brush is I'm going to get my Glitz glue gel condensed in the 15G pot. And then I'm going to wipe that all over the surface of the nail around my ginkgo leaves because I don't want to go on the top of them. There's no reason to do that. So I'm going to get my brush with the number 6 gel end. And then I'm just going to kind of go, like I said, on the last one, all around the areas where I know I'm going to be putting crystals, especially the bigger ones. If I know I'm going to put those there, I'm just going to typically like build it up a little bit more in that area. We are going to put our top coat over the top of it, so we don't really have to worry too much about it. But if you're going to put a really big crystal on, you just want to have a little bit more coverage. Crystal Pixie is going to sink right down into that, so it doesn't have to be very thick when you're putting just your Crystal Pixie. Okay, guys.
What color are you going to do? You can do that. You want the same orange? Or,
I think we'll mix it up. Yeah, I might. Wait. What other colors did we have? No. Did you have the... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'll do yellow and orange just to kind of keep it with our fall theme here. But I'll show them. We do have other colors in these neon. And so when you guys are doing like some crazy Halloween designs, you can do literally whatever colors you want. One? Yeah, I'm going to show them.
Oh, you want pink?
No, okay. I'm just going to do the orange and the yellow, Nancy. Keep it looking good, and we'll reverse it. We'll do yellow. Yeah, we'll do yellow at the top. I mean at the bottom, and orange at the top this time instead of the other way around. Then, like I said, guys, excess in the pot, but then you still want to wipe your brush off. If you're between clients, I completely understand having not a lot of time to clean your brush, which you should do at the end of the day. You don't want this to be stiff and stuck with all the glue gel. You do want it to be nice and flexible. You can do that by cleaning it with your top coat or your base coat. But you don't want this to be frayed out, because what's going to happen is it's going to stick inside the top of this cap. You'll get gel all in there, and every time you stick your brush in, it's going to stick in there. And then you're going to have a ruined brush. So be very, very aware of what you're doing with your tools, and they will stay nice for you. Hey Diamond, how are you? So what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to go back over the top, like I said, with my No Wipe Gel top coat. This is my Eye Hold No Wipe Gel from Glitz. And then I'm just going to go all over the nail in those areas where we put our Glitz Glue Gel condensed. And I'm just trying very hard not to get it over the top of my ginkgo leaves that we just did. So... there we go. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're going to fill it in with your Crystal Pixie, but you still want to make sure that there's not too much excess, because you don't want your Crystal Pixie to be completely swallowed up by it. You guys can see how I'm doing that. And then I'm just going to put this right back in there. I'm going to swipe the sides of my nail because I can see it pulling just a little bit, especially here at the tip. I would say I've got a lot of excess there. That's just going to get rid of it. Perfect. So same thing. I'm going to go with my neon crystals. I'm going to pick out some cute little... Actually, Nancy has some dragon scales here. Maybe I'll just use those instead of crystals, which would be cute. Kind of look like little falling leaves. They're going to have the same effect. We'll do yellow down at the bottom. Oops, I stuck that one on backwards. That's okay, but we don't want to use it when it's backwards. You want to be careful of that. There we go. I'm going to put one down here right at the bottom.
Down a little bit.
There we go. And then we'll put the orange ones up at the top just to give it a bit of contrast.
Ooh, nice.
That's kind of cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here, maybe I can stick one right there in the corner. This one right here, will that work? Yeah, there we go. Because we're going to cover this with Crystal Pixie. It'll be really cute. Okay, so now that I've got my dragon scale on there, Nancy's going to take these for me. I'm going to start with my orange first. So like I said, get your, well, okay, maybe let's do yellow first because we're going to go from the bottom up. So I've got my yellow. It's going to be easier for me if I get this closer to the tray and then I pour. Right, guys? So, and then I'm going to lightly kind of tap up because I want those two colors to mix. But all at the bottom a little more concentrated. Right, so now that I've got that, we're just going to lightly kind of tap this into the surface. Any excess that comes off is okay. Just try not to put that back in the bottle because it does have a little bit of glue gel on it, and it'll kind of do something funky in the bottle where it'll all stick together, and the next time that you try to pour this, you're going to have like clumps of it. So don't do that. Here we go. Awesome. Thank you. You are absolutely welcome, Diamond. So same thing with the orange. I'm just going to go ahead and uncap. And then I'm going
so much
to
diamond.
pour this
Like looking
in.
to support.
And I'm getting this right over the top of it because I don't want to spill it out. When you're doing a client's hand though, you kind of want to put their finger right into the tray so that you don't have to worry about any of this.
Oh, it looks good. Look what I want to show you, Jenny.
It's really cool. Look at that. That's crazy. Even the dragon scales will glow. You can see me tapping. Perfect. Anywhere that I see like a little area where I could have like 1 or 2 Crystal Pixie, I'm just gonna stick it in there. There we go. It looks really cute. Okay, so now that I've got that on there, I'm going to put all of my excess Crystal Pixie right back into the jar. And then we're going to pop this into the lamp for 60 seconds. We're going to let that cure all the way, and then we're going to go around with our precision glue gel pen. Okay, guys? And then I'm just going to use my little unicorn brush. Oh, or I'll dump everything. That's fine.
It's okay. We'll work it later.
Oh,
Busy.
man. All right.
Probably that's unicorn horns.
I'm so used to like Nancy helping me put the cap back on. I thought it was already on there.
Oh, it was there?
Yeah, and I dumped it.
Oh, it's unicorn horns. I have to blame on her.
Yeah. There we go. All right, so all this is probably not gonna go back into the thing because it's mixed up like orange and yellow. But if you were doing another nail where that didn't really matter, I don't know. I guess you could keep it. It's not a big deal. Thanks, Diamond. We try to come up with like different sort of designs every time. That's one of the reasons that I don't really come into this with an idea of what I'm going to do. Nancy just tells me what we're using, and then I kind of go off of that. So let's see. We do use Tiki Tack on the back of our nails in order to stick them to things. Oh, I didn't put my precision pen, you
Yeah,
guys.
that's why I say.
I was like, I'm done. Yeah, perfect. No, we're not done. We're not done because we need this. There's a reason that we do this step. So, red cap, keep, do not throw away. I was excited because I really liked the way that they both look, and I wanted to see what they looked like together. Yeah. Because it's a pretty cohesive design, even though we didn't use the crystals on both of them. Like, they both are the same kind of a leaf. This would work on the same set, in my opinion. I would do this on a full set on someone. Both nails being just a little slightly different. Some people really like that. They don't want the nails to be the same. Some people don't, and they want it to be exactly the same. And in that case, I would say, well, probably not going to get the molding part exactly the same because we are humans and we do not always do things like a computer or like a mechanic, like robot. But we can try our best. Artistic expression. So pretty. Okay, now we are done. We're going to pop this in the lamp. And afterwards, cured for 60 seconds, I will then put it next to its cute little sibling here. I'm excited.
This is simply. Next time, you should have your tattooed another ones and then do smaller.
Do smaller ones going down.
Like along with this.
So my plan is that I'm gonna have a bunch of nature inspired stuff on this arm. That's kind of my plan. I'm looking at my pile of crystal pixie over here like, oh, how could I do that? Can't see.
Yeah.
I know. I'm so bad.
We'll rescue you.
Thanks. It's beautiful. So pretty.
We'll rescue you.
I like that they're like, they don't have to be perfect either because nothing is perfect in nature. It's really awesome. That's one of the reasons I like doing 4D flowers and 3D flowers because I can just go with the flow. I don't really have to worry about whether or not it's like 100% exact every time because everything looks different in nature. Your precision cap always gets stuck no matter what you do? Do you mean like this part here gets stuck on? So my recommendation would be maybe to use a little bit of alcohol after you're done and make sure that this part right here doesn't have any glue gel on it. I don't really have that problem because I don't ever unscrew this. Typically I always use the needle. So there's no like residue or anything like that. But if you're having an issue with that, I would just be more diligent about wiping it before you store it because that could be a problem where it's like getting a little gunky. Okay, now we're done. Now we're done. Now Jenny can take it off. And like I said earlier, we use Tiki Tack in order to put our display nails onto our plates. So if you're ever curious how we get this to do that, that is how. Look how cute! They look great together. I freaking love them.
Wait to see in it.
And then, bam.
What?
Super glowy.
Oh, did you turn
Really
the
cool.
lights on?
Yeah, I turned the...
Did you say bam? What bam?
Because it looks so cool. Nancy, my mom said, show me your nails. Show them your nails, Nancy. She's got it, and bam. Look at that.
Look at this. This is my
Isn't that
favorite.
crazy? Look, show them the hand. So Nancy put the crystals underneath the hand. I don't know if you can
Right
see
here.
to kind of like give it more of a
Skeleton.
3D effect. It's freaking
And look at her
cool.
ice ball. She has the ping on it.
That's so crazy.
Miss
That's
Marie,
really
this is
awesome.
my nails for the shows.
My mom wants
So-
Halloween nails, so I
Yay.
asked her what does she want. She just said, I don't care, Halloween, you do it.
Jenny can do really good painting. So if any of you are in Philadelphia, or is New Jersey,
This weekend is the show.
yes, we can't wait to see. Stop by our booth.
What?
It's 1651.
Yeah, I was going to say 1651 is the booth number. And then don't forget, guys, when you're checking out, use your code JennyW and you're going to get 10% off of your entire order. And then if you do anything of $150 or more, you do get free shipping with that. So it's pretty freaking awesome. Utilize that if you can, absolutely. And then don't forget about our giveaway, guys. Go on our Facebook, go on our Instagram. All you have to do is be a follower of both of them, enter in both of them, and you win one, either Facebook or Instagram. You don't win both, but you can enter both, okay? And then if you share it, more people are going to see that. It's going to be awesome for us, but also you're going to be feeling like you're more a part of our community, which we really want. We do have a Crystal Nail Obsession page where we post all of our videos after we're done. I take a picture of everything and I post it on there. If you are missing any of our information, you can always go back there and watch everything that we do, because like I said, we post it right after we go live. Okay, guys? Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend. Don't forget about the booth 1654, guys. 51. 1651. Okay, we'll see you guys next week, okay? More Halloween stuff.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye.